beautiful soul. The man meant for you is no longer sitting still, pretending his feelings will disappear with time. Something inside him shifted recently, and now he is moving with urgency because he finally understands that every delay between the two of you has already cost him too much emotionally. And honestly, he is done letting obstacles stand between him and your door. The cards immediately show a man who spent a long time emotionally conflicted. Fear, hesitation, pride, timing issues, outside interference, emotional confusion, responsibilities, past pain. Everything seemed to stand in the way of this connection moving forward properly. But now the energy has changed completely because he reached a breaking point emotionally. This man has spent many nights overthinking you. Sleepless nights, restless thoughts, regret, emotional pressure building quietly behind the scenes while he tried maintaining external control. People around him may see someone calm or composed, but internally, he has been carrying emotional chaos for much longer than you realize. And the deeper his feelings became, the harder it became for him to continue pretending distance was acceptable. The reading also shows that this connection awakened emotions he cannot rationalize logically anymore. He tried analyzing the situation from every possible angle, tried convincing himself to move slower emotionally, tried balancing practical concerns against emotional desire. But your energy kept returning to his mind no matter what he did. That is why the cards show movement now, because eventually the heart becomes louder than fear. There's also strong, divine timing, finally activating energy surrounding this reading. Delays that once blocked progress are beginning to collapse rapidly. Emotional walls weakening. Circumstances shifting. Communication opening. Decisions becoming clearer. The universe keeps showing acceleration because this connection reached a point where stagnation is no longer sustainable. Something has to move forward now, and it will. The cards also show this man carrying deep regret about time already lost between you. He thinks about moments where he hesitated emotionally, times he stayed silent when he should have spoken openly, situations where fear controlled his decisions instead of love. That regret motivates him now, because he knows continuing to wait could cost him you permanently. There's also strong protective energy surrounding the way he feels about you. This is not shallow attraction, not temporary fascination. The cards show someone emotionally serious beneath the surface, someone already imagining stability, partnership, long-term emotional security, and real commitment connected to your energy. That realization surprised him deeply, because before you, he may have avoided emotional vulnerability heavily. Now, your connection makes emotional honesty unavoidable. The reading also reveals that certain external obstacles are actively being removed from his life now. Toxic attachments, confusing situations, emotional distractions, old cycles, immature behavior patterns. The universe is clearing paths because your connection requires emotional alignment before it can fully manifest. And honestly, this process has not been easy for him emotionally, because growth never feels comfortable while it is happening. The cards also show strong masculine energy around this person. Determined, focused, protective, ambitious. Once he fully commits emotionally to something, he becomes extremely persistent. That persistence is beginning to activate around your connection now in ways you may not fully see yet, because he no longer wants half measures emotionally, he wants certainty. There's also evidence here that he has been quietly planning his next moves for a while already, thinking carefully, watching situations unfold, trying to approach this connection more responsibly than before. The emotional immaturity or confusion that once delayed progress is beginning to disappear. Now his intentions feel clearer, stronger, more grounded emotionally. The reading also shows intense spiritual pull between you both. This connection feels guided, protected, difficult to escape emotionally, no matter how much time passes. Even during periods of silence, the emotional bond remained active beneath the surface continuously. That spiritual connection keeps pulling him back toward you, again and again. There's also major communication energy surrounding this reading. Fast movement, emotional honesty, important conversations approaching, messages arriving unexpectedly, confessions building beneath the surface. This man feels increasing urgency to express what he truly feels before another opportunity disappears, because deep down, he already knows your connection is rare. The cards also show that he fears another man eventually stepping into the place he failed occupying fully before. That thought creates emotional pressure around him constantly now. The idea of someone else receiving your softness, loyalty, emotional depth, and love genuinely unsettles him deeply, because now he understands your value clearly. And he knows connections like this do not appear often in life. There's also healing happening inside him simultaneously. Your energy inspires emotional growth naturally. Around thoughts of you, he begins confronting wounds, fears, insecurities, and emotional patterns he ignored for years. That healing changes him slowly, but permanently. You awaken something powerful inside him emotionally. The reading also shows that some people around him may not fully understand why he feels so strongly about you. But he no longer cares about outside opinions the same way. The emotional certainty growing inside him outweighs the noise around him now. Because when someone touches the soul deeply enough, external distractions lose importance quickly. There's also powerful future energy surrounding your connection. Stability, commitment, emotional security, shared life energy. The cards repeatedly show long-term foundations wanting to form here eventually. This is not temporary emotional chaos. This connection wants permanence. That's why the universe keeps pulling him toward action. The reading also reveals that your own energy changed recently too. You stopped emotionally chasing outcomes, stopped forcing situations, stopped abandoning your peace, trying to control timing. That emotional surrender actually accelerated movement around your connection spiritually, because once your energy softened into trust, The universe began moving things faster behind the scenes. There's also strong karmic balancing happening. Situations where you felt emotionally overlooked, uncertain, or unsupported are shifting now. The universe is correcting emotional imbalance slowly, but powerfully. What once felt blocked begins opening naturally. And honestly, this man feels that shift too. That's why his urgency keeps growing. The cards also show emotional obsession building stronger through distance. The more space existed between you, the more his feelings intensified instead of fading. Thoughts about you became constant. Future visions involving you became unavoidable emotionally. And now, he cannot ignore it anymore. The reading ends with enormous union energy surrounding your future path. Movement toward closeness, toward emotional honesty, toward stability, toward a love capable of bringing peace after long emotional confusion and delay. Because the man meant for you is no longer willing to lose time fighting feelings he already knows are real. Now he is removing every obstacle standing between him and the life he secretly wants with you. And very soon, you will begin seeing that truth unfold in ways impossible to misunderstand. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd truly appreciate your support. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts, feelings, or messages to me, or even to the universe, in the comments below. Please share this video with anyone who may benefit from it, wishing you a life filled with peace, harmony, and joy each and every day.